Okay, so this is the insertion sort of 2D array. This program is made totally inside the main function. Our program has the function to sort a 2D array in an increasing sequence using insertion sort. First of all, we create a 2D array and we assign values, same as we did at the bubble sort. And we also have the same, I'm also using the same elements as I used in the bubble sort. Also, we have the variables int rows number and columns number. It is exactly the same as the ones in the bubble sort algorithm. So first thing we do is that we print the array before being sorted, just to see how it was before, and it's going to be the same as this one in here. And then we continue to the algorithm. I'm going to start by explaining the third for loop. So basically, before explaining the third for loop, I want to say that in this algorithm we work from the left to the right, but starting from the second element, because we need to examine each item and compare it to the previous one in the array. And the first element obviously doesn't have a previous element, so that's why we're gonna have to start from the second one. And we can clearly see here that I is equal to 1, which means the second element, so j is equal to I, or j equals to 1. And if j is greater than or equal to 1 and our previous element, which is 0, 0 in this case, because we know that j is 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0, is greater than the temporary value, and temporary value is the 0, 1, because I is 1, then j minus minus. So if our previous element was bigger than our current one, in this case, because that's what we assigned to the temporary value, then we assign the previous element to the current one. And we keep doing this until, for example, if j was more than I, or more than 1, then let's say it was 4, we was gonna do it until j was 3, j was 2, j was 1. Because as I said, we are moving the element onto the left. So with this for loop, we just move the one element to the left. Then using the second for loop, we keep performing this loop repeatedly until the whole row is sorted, but we increase I. So after we sort the first element here, we don't have to start again from the second element, but we can start from the third element, because we don't need to compare anymore the second element with the first one, but we start by comparing the third one with the second. And we do this repeatedly until the whole row is sorted. Then we use the first for loop, which goes over the rows. In other words, after we finish sorting the first row, we continue to the second row, and we continue with the third row. After we finish sorting all the rows, we print the array again, and we see the difference and the result. So I'm going to run the program. And here is our array before being sorted. As you can see, it is the same as the one in here, and then we have the array after being sorted. And we can see that the elements are in the correct order.